Hello everybody, back again with another video. As promised, my wife played as well in the Rise of the Eldrazi Prerelease, and I said I would show her deck, and here it is. I built her deck for her real quick at the beginning. It was pretty quick because basically I said, okay, you gotta play green, I think, and then, is there a color you want to play? She's like, red. I was like, okay, easy enough. Now I think she had better white stuff than red stuff. She had some good red stuff, which was helpful because when you choose you want to play a color, you better have some good stuff in it. But there is something to be said. I should start by saying there's something to be said for picking something you know and picking something you like. She likes green red, straight up. So she wanted to play green red. Anyway, she definitely wanted to play red. She already got green, so there's something to be said for that. Sometimes the easiest way is just to look for what cards you have the best in each color. Sort your cards by color. Look for the best cards. I don't mean just rares. I don't mean bombs. I mean the best cards. Take out all the stuff that's not the best or good, and then count how many you have in each. Make the deck that has the most. Whichever two colors has the most. Make a deck. That's a quick, easy way. Usually a pretty good way of building a deck fast and sealed. But picking something you know, and then checking it out and see if you can build a deck around it. Like picking a color that you know you like, you're used to, or picking a theme like control or aggro, like going that route, saying I know this, so I'm going to see what I can make out of it. If I got to include a couple less than good cards to get there, I'll do it because I'm used to it and I know it. So anyways, there's something to be said for that because you're just going to play better. You're not going to miss as many things. But anyways, here's her deck. It was pretty good. She went 4 and 2. She did a really good job. Really proud of her. A couple Terramorphics helped with her mana base. Pretty decent curve on her deck actually. She had a Fork Bolt, the new shock, crazy red in this set. The Mod Fanatic wannabe, Goblin Arsonist, who dies and deals damage. I give her one Spider Umbra to deal with flying, since she doesn't have a whole lot to deal with flying. And, you know, the cheap Umbras are good anyways. This guy I had, he's great in this set. Kindling Fiend. I wish she had more stuff that was sorcery, especially with red in her deck. But she only had a couple. You saw one already, the Fork Bolt. But still, even with just a couple, especially with one that we're going to show you. Great card, really strong. Nest Invader, good for the curb. Just was great in her deck. Apparently she had like 4 walls. She has 4 walls in her deck. She got 3 out most games. So this is just so much better than Von Trellis. Because, like, Von Trellis was played. So this card is really good because you play it in the deck, it's probably going to be at least 2 mana instead of the 1 mana Von Trellis gives you. And it will very often maybe be 3 or more, but especially in limited. But anyway, it's a really good card, really helped her. It was one of the craziest ramp cards in her deck. Ogre's Cleaver is just insane, so I don't really need to say a whole lot about it. Battle Rampart, not the best of cards, but she needed more. She needed red stuff in her deck, and actually it really helped when you're, you know, just play this Eldrazi and give him haste. Plus, it's a wall, which helps with the Overgrown Battlement for more mana. And this is also a wall, not a great one, but it helps when your mana screwed. You can play it anyways, and again, helps towards the walls that are utilized for more walls. The Gnarlid, she's running a couple Umbras. She had 3 different Umbras in her deck, so Gnarlid's really good, and he can actually be really insane if you get the next Umbra, this one, on him. Because all of a sudden you have a 6/6 creature that can only block with creatures with 6 or more power, and that could easily be turn 4, maybe even turn 3, depending on what ramp you have in your deck. This Stagger Shock is really cool. Kindling Fiend pumps him twice each turn, once each turn, so that's great. It's a really strong card. There you go, there's the other wall. That's good for, you know, good reason to play in some of the not so amazing walls. The Vent Sentinel, really strong card. She had a couple Predators, which was great because, you know, they're great for a ramp. You get 2 mana out of them, so to get up to some of their bigger spells, which I'll show you in a second. Bear Umbra, she didn't like it a whole. I mean, it's +2/+2 Umbras are pretty good if they're not super expensive anyways. The Boar Umbra, she said, was better, and I can see that because it rates near the same level as the Molar Vein Cloak from Ravnica, which was played a lot. I mean, it's not as good, granted, but it's near that level. So I can see why it would be better than the rare one. But the rare one did open her up to do things on her opponent's turn and their second main phase, so it was a decent card. Stomper Cub, pretty straightforward, good. Keep my guys in there for trampling. Brood Warden, she had one Nest Invader, but two of these guys, so they both make two. So Brood Warden, like this guy, turn 4. Brood Warden, turn 5, pretty solid. One of the best big cards you have in their deck, the Pleca Worm, amazing uncommon. It shows you how far Magic has come. You know, my Force of Nature is native. I gotta pay 4 for it. He bashed me in the face, and it costs 8 to play. Well, this costs 1 less, and it's only a 7/7. But instead of having a disadvantage, I gain 7 life, and if it dies, I draw a card. So, yeah, win. Especially when you put it into play. Oh, I'm down really low in life. Oh no. Wait, now I'm back up by 7, and I have a Hasted Worm. I win the game. This card I put in because she had limited red stuff. I didn't know how strong it would be. It's 7 mana, and just dealing some damage. You know, it's situational because you need big cards in your hand. But she's always going to have at least a 5 in her hand. And she said it was huge all tournament for her because she dealt 8 or 11 damage with it so often. It was insane because it only hits your opponent's creatures, right? So it's not like a super Pyroclasm. It doesn't hit everything. It just your opponents, which clears the board so you get in there with your dudes. She said it was amazing all tournament. So I mean, it's not going to see constructed play, I don't think, but obviously it's good and limited. So as long as you got big guys like this dude, who I say is in the 9 mana slot, because I would not play Gigantomancer with 8 mana, because it would suck to play Gigantomancer, tap yourself out, and then you get it Fork Bolt. 1 to him, 1 to you. That would be so epic. It would be a time walk for your opponent. You gotta play him when you have 9 mana so that you have 1 at least to pump into him to make him a 7/7 to save him from burn, at least, or like the --/ spells of the black. Or at least that their Vendetta is going to deal 7 damage to them instead of 1. So, yeah, he's a 9 mana card at least. But, like, doing crazy things with putting him out, you get 2 spare mana, you've got a hasty wall out, so all of a sudden, okay, I'm making him a 7/7, and, you know, I'll make this, one of my Spawn a 7/7 and swing in. He's crazy with Spawn. He's actually really good. My wife probably didn't utilize him as much as he could be utilized, so she didn't say he came out real big in the tournament, but we played for fun after. We didn't play each other in the tournament, because I was on the top table, she was at the bottom, but I lost in the last few rounds, and she slaughtered everyone in the last few rounds, so we ended up with the same record. But we didn't play each other because of that. But when we played each other, I was showing her some things she could do with it, and she slaughtered me. We played 3 games, she won 2 of them. Easily won 2 of them, actually. So her deck just destroyed mine. Just put this worm, like, oh, it was just crazy. And she had 2 Pathways of Olamog. She said that one time, not only did she pull it off with him, well, she pulled this off with Olamog a couple of times for 11 damage, but she's had both of them out in a couple different games. Like, what? There's no, like, this guy's insane, first of all. 9/9 that they're not going to block. They got to sack 3 permanents and then block with 3 dudes. It's pretty much not going to happen. It's 9 damage getting through. They got to deal with it right away, or it's just huge. But yeah, she got 2 out because they managed to get rid of 1, and then she played another one, and the guy scooped. So that's her deck. She did. I'm really proud of her. She is 4-2. For someone that doesn't play Magic a whole lot, she did awesome. But anyways, that's her deck, and hope you got some tips out of this. And I will see you next week after release. Myself, my wife, maybe my wife, anyways, and a good buddy of mine who I'm going to see for the week. Going to come by for a couple of weeks. He's done university and on his way through, so he's going to play the release with me. So that should be cool. Maybe I'll get his deck up there too. Anyways, take care. Go to your release next week. This set is fun to sealed. Draft is going to be weird, but sealed is really fun. So I really recommend. Wizards of the Coast will, like all these YouTube videos, telling people to go to the release because it's amazing. But yeah, definitely, I would have to agree with everyone else. Go to the release. It's really fun. Take care, guys. Until next time. Bye.